Hi.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the Knowledge Cast.
Where knowledge goes to die.
Can that be our new tagline?
Yeah, where knowledge goes to die. There you go. I'll put it on the site. What the hell? The Knowledge Cast, where knowledge goes to die.
Right. First order of business. I saw the most amazing thing ever today. Today was... Well, first we'll give him the proper introduction. Mr. Felix Baumgartner. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Felix Baumgartner. This man, earlier this year, did a jump. I don't remember how far up. It was a long way. He jumped, like, out of this air balloon thing. It was great.
Oh, this is today's hot topic.
Yeah, so today they live streamed his entire journey up to 128,000 feet, where he skydived all the way down.
128K and he skydived.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, 24 miles. He broke 3 records out of the 4 he was going for.
I just want to say he broke 3 bones.
Thought you showed me.
He did great, actually. Yeah.
Right?
Alright, so the first record he broke was highest manned balloon flight.
Okay.
Did that. This whole thing was called, it was the space jump thing, it was awesome. So, he broke the record for largest skydive at 128,000 feet, or 24 miles. That was a world record. He broke fastest skydive at 729 miles per hour. Yeah, and he had a 4-minute and 22-second free fall, which missed the world record by 14 seconds.
Oh, wow. So if he'd have just held it just a little bit longer.
He was spinning real bad when he was falling down. He started spinning real good. It was awesome. The whole thing took about 2.5 hours. They live streamed the whole event, and it was great. That's what I was doing when I was texting you today.
Oh, okay.
I was watching the live stream of it. It was great.
I'll have to check that out.
Oh, dude, it was awesome.
Is that on YouTube, I assume?
Sure it is somewhere. It
Probably.
live streamed
Yeah, it
to
is.
the Discovery
it
Channel.
Popped up on my sidebar.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the actual, just the jump is on there. Like, the dude, like when he opened the door, like he was trying to get the door open, he couldn't get it out. He couldn't get the door open, and he was trying so hard to get it open. He's like, dude, you just gotta wait. Just wait, man. We know you're excited. It was great.
Dude.
There's the jump.
He's like in space.
Yeah, he's right on the edge.
Holy shit. Okay, so go onto YouTube, look up Felix Baumgartner jumping from the edge of space. Highest free fall world record.
He saluted the camera and then just went, he just fell.
Holy shit.
Pretty sure he broke the sound barrier.
Yeah, 700?
Yeah,
Yep.
he broke the sound barrier. Dude, it was incredible. The whole thing was amazing.
Wow. That's craziness.
It was,
Holy
it was
shit.
amazing.
I won't even get into a plane, let alone jump
no.
out. Leave the earth and then jump back to it.
Yeah, no.
You know, like from outside the earth.
Oh man, he was like, I'm coming home! As he was falling down. It was great.
Wow. Dude was in a spacesuit. That's pretty epic.
Yeah. It was.
So what kind of parachute would you have to use? Because your standard skydiving rig is not.
Oh, he used a standard skydiving parachute.
I feel
By
like
the time
that
he got
would
down,
shred.
by the time he got down, he had a modified spacesuit,
Uh-huh.
and he had a controlled descent after that.
Oh, okay.
It was fine.
Anybody been dressed in this?
What if you had like one of those flying squirrel suits?
That's what he did. He modified his spacesuit.
Okay. All right.
And he just started flying around in his suit.
That's pretty.
He was like, "This is the greatest moment of my life." It was so great. Yeah,
That's pretty insane.
that's what I did with mine.
So where'd the balloon go?
It kept going. They released the capsule from the balloon, and the balloon went up, and the capsule went down. And the capsule had a parachute on it, just in case he had to make an emergency
Right. Yeah.
landing.
Huh.
He almost didn't do it. He was supposed to do it yesterday,
Right.
right? But the wind conditions were so bad he couldn't do
You
it.
can blow him clear around the world.
Yeah, so he aborted that mission, and they did today, and they had a problem with his heat visor.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't getting the heat from his visor, and they almost didn't do it again today. And then they were like, "Dude, we're doing it. It's cool."
Yeah, so I'm not gonna be up that high that long. So
It started working again, and it was good. It was all good.
hell yeah,
It was
that'd
awesome.
that'd be wow, dude. I'd almost think about that. I mean, really, because wow.
That'd be wicked.
Because I mean, fuck it. At that point, if your chute doesn't open,
You're dead, dude.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah. There's
You know?
no limping
I
away
mean,
from that.
No, it'll be instant. There's no chance you're going to do like the one guy fall from 23,000 feet and then bounce.
Bounce. Yeah. You're not
Yeah.
bouncing. You're just. You would
you're
bounce,
just-
man.
Dude, you'd crater.
You would liquefy.
You'd be a little puddle of mush at the bottom of a crater.
Oh man, it was awesome.
It'd be instant.
Oh yeah.
You know, I can't imagine lingering after that. I'd dive head first too.
Oh hell yeah.
Fuck it.
Oh dude, the whole thing was awesome. Just. He was so awesome about it because he just stepped off. It was great. The suspense was fucking crazy because he got up to 127 or 126,000 feet and it started leveling off. And
Mhm.
I thought that was because he was only going to do 120.
Right.
And it just kept going.
Okay.
And it started leveling off and then it just shot up. It was going 2,000 meters or 2,000 feet per minute, and that thing was just traveling.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
even when he was up there, it was still going about
Could you imagine? If,
6 feet a second,
Can you imagine if he went, just like a little too high and then lost gravity?
and just like
Oh shit! I'm in space.
I don't know what to do here.
just hanging out. Oh shit!
We have a slight issue.
Yeah, I can't come back. You're gonna have to send somebody to come pick me up.
Send the ISS around. Let's do this.
Wow, that's pretty hardcore.
It was crazy. The whole thing was awesome. Also, I was watching YouTube videos today, and I found Lion King bloopers.
What?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's 3 minutes and 45 seconds of amazingness. Like, here, I'll just show you the first 30 seconds of it.
You will have to send me
I'll
that
play it
link.
for you.
1527, take one. Loud roars.
There's a sound down in the throat somewhere. I somehow reach it.
I think I pulled something. I can only do them in spurts. That's great. Tastes like chicken. I think they got a bad crop. Simba, what is
Yeah, Mufasa's baked.
Okay,
So it's great.
right on. So Lion King 3D bloopers and outtakes.
Yeah, that thing was amazing.
That's awesome.
The whole thing is it's hilarious.
So check that out.
Oh,
Um,
no doubt. The
question
star
for
scene
you.
is one of the best ones. It's so great. Yeah.
Question for you.
What's going on?
For YouTubing, because Josh is in charge of our YouTube channel. That's his baby. I do the website. Melissa does the Facebook page.
But there are rumors that Facebook's taking down pages like that, so we'll see how
yeah.
long that lasts.
All right, so we'll just see how that goes. And Janelle is gonna get a project.
At some point.
At some
We'll
point.
figure out something for her to do.
Well, she is like she takes tons of pictures. Have you any idea how many freaking pictures she takes?
No, because I haven't done the links page in about 12 episodes now. So
Yeah. I think this might actually be 14.
it may be. Yeah.
So, well, 21.
Okay.
So, yeah. This is 11. Because this is episode 32.
Yeah, I'll do something.
And we
Okay.
skipped last week, so Josh could get caught up.
Yeah. Yeah, we did, actually.
I'll figure something out.
Oh, okay. Well, that's alright, because I'm always late on the uploads. It's bad. It's bad. We did actually create an upload schedule, a production schedule. Haha, that's not it.
But-
That's a piece of paper to
But before we
demonstrate.
get too far off, what was your question about YouTube?
Yeah, you're
Oh.
talking about YouTube.
YouTube.
Right.
The videos that we talk about,
Yes.
can we put a link to it,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
like in the annotations?
Yes.
So let's do that.
You want me to do the podcast pages too?
No, no. What?
Okay. Okay.
Are you asking if he wants you to go back to all the old episodes?
No. I'm asking if he wants me to, when I do the, like, you want me to do it how I do the video games page?
Oh, if you
With
want.
my annotations?
If you want.
Or do
If
you
you
want me
wanna
to
do
just put them in the, I'm not doing
No, just put them in the links.
that. I'll just...
Just check out the links page and then.
Oh, don't check out the links page. It's not
Just
up to
do a
date.
drop-down
It
bar.
won't be up to date.
On
Yeah.
when you upload.
But it's really
to YouTube?
funny. You go back and read.
We'll throw them in the description.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. Or something.
Or you know what? Just as you're listening to it, just open up another window and
You'll
check
find
it
it.
out.
It's easy to find.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. I tell you the title of the video, so yeah. Never mind. Anyway, so
Talking about
the world's going crazy.
Tell them your little secret. Well, Simba, now's your chance to grow up and tell them what I'm doing.
Right. Right. So the world's gone crazy.
The world's gone crazy.
Turkey and Syria are at war.
Right? Oh my God! But one of the two shot down a commercial, civilian airline.
They brought it, like they escorted it down.
Oh, I thought
They
they
grounded-
shot
no,
it
they
down.
grounded it.
Oh, see, I heard that they shot it down.
Oh no, they
My
grounded
bad.
the plane.
All right,
Chuck
so
heard something far worse.
Yeah.
right? Okay, but
They
they're
have grounded all civilian flights though. Like
Uh-huh.
nobody can get in or out.
right.
They're
So they're at war. Like
Turkey's
World
getting
War.
ready to roll tanks on Syria, so
Yeah.
no, Syria's getting ready to roll tanks on Turkey.
Somebody's going to roll tanks, and it's going to get ugly.
Yeah, it's gonna
It's
get
about to
really
get really
ugly.
bad. So, and then in nature, shit's going crazy. Here they just registered a massive uplift. Says massive uplift observed in Andean mountains due to enlarging magma chamber. Like it enlarged enough to lift the mountain, Central Andes near
It's becoming a new
Bolivia.
volcano.
Right?
It's gonna be sweet.
So that's pretty cool.
Mount Fuji's gonna erupt.
No, Kilauea is the one that always erupts. Has been erupting for like 250
Yeah,
years.
Mount Fuji hasn't erupted in 300 years.
Right.
It used to erupt every 30 years, and then it stopped.
I feel like if you live in Hawaii, you should expect that because all the islands are volcanoes.
Do you know why that is? Do you know why?
Because there's a fault line right there?
No, that's not why.
No.
So
But there is a fault line there.
There is, but here's what it is. Here's how it works. So there's a new paper out that focuses on polar drift.
Right?
Okay, so polar drift it basically works the same way. So the lines pretty much the magma pools pretty much stay in the same place,
Mm-hmm.
but as it spins, right, as the magnetic pole spins.
Right.
And the Earth spins. Those
You're
things
talking
stay in
about the
same
Earth's
place.
wobble on the
Yeah,
axis?
so they stay in the same place.
Okay.
But as the Earth wobbles and moves, it'll that magma pool actually moves and creates a new volcano, and then creates a new volcano, and then new volcano, and new volcano.
Well, see, I would expect that
That's
to
the
have a
new
lot
paper.
to do with magnetic north and the amount of iron ferrite that's in the
Yeah,
Earth's-
that's the polar
Okay.
migration.
Okay. So as the Earth wobbles on its
As
axis,
the poles move, it migrates.
okay,
No, the magma moves. The Earth doesn't move. The magma
Right.
moves. I got that totally mixed up.
That's
I apologize
cool.
for that.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, but that's how that goes
Okay.
down. That's why it's all in a nice arc shape
Right.
as it moves across.
All
And
right.
it's that way everywhere
Okay.
with all the volcanoes. But it only happens at like every 10,000 years. So every 10,000 years it will move. And
Well,
move
we have
and
a
move
polar
and move.
shift like every 112 years. It's a random off number, but
It's something weird. Like
every 100 and some odd years we have a polar shift.
Mhm.
Your North Pole will become South Pole, vice versa. Magnetically, anyway. Which means when we have our next polar shift, everybody's going to have to buy new compasses because yours are all going to point south.
And it snowed in Australia.
I feel like there are parts of Australia where it commonly snows.
Yeah, but not this time of year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because technically this is their summer.
Right. Because the shift.
Which I completely forgot about when somebody posted something about summer on Tumblr, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Well,
wait.
see, people get confused because in winter we're actually closer to the Earth, but our tilt.
What? You
The
mean the
Earth-
sun?
The Earth is closer to the sun. I am so sorry. The Earth is closer to the sun during winter, and it's further away
No, it's not.
during. Yes, really
It should
is.
be switched.
Should be, but isn't. The reason why we have more warmth during summer is because of the 29.3 degree tilt of our axis.
More than that now.
Well, whatever it is now. As we, in summertime, we're leaning towards the sun. In winter, we're leaning away from the sun, so we're getting less direct rays.
That's exactly what I said. You switched them.
But as far as distance, we're closer
Right.
to the sun.
But
we're just tilted away.
That's what I was saying.
Okay.
I was saying we were tilted away. I thought that's what you were saying.
Oh, no. Anyway.
That's what I thought he was saying too. I was like, wait, what?
No, that's my whole point though is that we're tilted away from the sun right now. So we in the northern hemisphere have winter, and in the southern hemisphere they're going to have summer because
Yeah,
they're
so-
tilted toward the sun.
Current Earth tilt is at 46 degrees.
Wow, holy shit, that's changed a lot.
Yeah, it recently increased by an additional 26 degrees.
Wow, because the wobble only accounts for like up to 12 degrees change.
Yeah. So it was the earthquake in Japan
Actually changed the tilt of the Earth.
by 26
Holy
degrees.
crap. So, yeah, that's going to change some stuff in the climate.
Yes.
All right. Nifty. So they
That's
may,
why the climate's been all fucked up lately.
right? Interesting little philosophical climate thing. Wind does not move.
No, the Earth moves.
The Earth moves through the air. That's what creates
As it moves
wind.
over the mountains, it creates pockets of air where you get strong gusts.
Yeah. And between the mountains, that's why we have the big jet stream. So, which where we live, we're like right in the jet stream.
That's why it's
So-
so windy today.
Yeah. So yeah, so the jet stream, the jet stream's like 1,000 feet above us, but yeah, so days like today when the jet stream is moving south, then it creates a lot more wind for us. But we're traveling at 700 miles, whereas the wind is only traveling at like 400 miles. So in the same direction. When you look at a weather map, it looks like the clouds and shit are moving,
Turkey's invading Syria, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
No, I was right the first time.
Okay, so Syria is the aggressor.
No, Turkey's the aggressor.
So Turkey started it, and then Syria's invading.
Turkey is invading with tanks. There's one there. Syria banned the flights,
Right.
and then Turkey's going on tanks.
Threatens invasion. I got you. Okay. Indonesia's Palawea.
Yeah, that
Volcano?
woke up,
Yeah, woke up. 27 years. And it erupted.
which is not that big of a deal. That's nothing in the grand scheme of things.
Mysterious noise surfaces in New
Yeah,
Zealand.
big low hums. They had the same thing in California
I was
earlier
just-
this year.
That's been happening all year in different places.
Huh. South Wales
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
in
in
Australia.
Australia. Yeah, gotcha. That's where it snowed.
Mhm. that,
That's the scientists uncovered a version of Gulf Stream path.
it changed.
Well, if we, if we're now at a 46-degree axis,
It would definitely.
well, yeah, that would definitely change. Because the rays of the sun are hitting the Earth now in completely different angles and spots. So, you have that. Oh, hey, look, on Science Daily, highest free fall from edge of space.
It was cool. It was so awesome. You guys should have seen it. I hope you guys.
Oh, he's
watched
from
it.
Austria.
Oh yeah. He had the heaviest accent. You could barely hear him.
All right.
I hope you guys got to see it because it was awesome.
Wow. That's pretty crazy. Holy crap. Real quick, Melissa,
Yes.
what's going on in the world of movies? And I downloaded something for you.
Not shit.
He had
Except
Mach
Danny
1
DeVito and his
before.
wife are splitting up after 30 years. Apparently,
Rhea Perlman and
Yeah.
Danny DeVito are splitting up?
apparently he cheated on her. That's the word.
Really?
I'm like, okay,
Wow.
sorry Danny DeVito, but first of all, there's another woman that wants to sleep with you, and second of all, 30 years.
Danny DeVito is really, really cool, but I mean, come on, dude. That's not cool.
Maybe she was really coked up.
Got really, really drunk.
Well, Danny DeVito does have a bit of a drinking problem,
Yeah, well,
as I understand it. Huh?
Yeah, perhaps Mach 1, 2, 4.
Pat. Oh,
And
wow.
Russell Crowe and his wife split up. Surprise, surprise.
Why is that surprising? Or not surprising, rather.
Oh, he just, apparently he has anger issues.
Oh, no shit.
So- I'm sure she got sick of that.
No, I bet.
No, that's not what I want.
So Gangnam Style is totally not cool anymore.
Thank God.
Yeah, like that happened 7 hours ago.
7 hours ago, it's just all of a sudden not cool.
Yeah, that's what they said. It says it was cute for a while. We had some fun, and a few Americans even learned to locate South Korea on a map.
But most Americans can't point out the United States on a map.
Did
It's like
you know
40%.
there's only like 20% that can... I don't know, it's a very low number. Like 10 to 20% of Americans can actually name all 50 states and find them on a map.
Dude, check this out. Right? Sorry to totally
Oh, you're fine.
fuck with you here, but this is fucking hilarious. So apparently, if you picture Google search completely wrong, you get like a bunch of Romney photos.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Hilarious.
that's a thing.
Wow.
Have you heard his comment about airplane windows?
No.
Oh, yeah, tell us this story.
Okay, so he was doing a press conference and he was talking about how he and Ann's recent flight was delayed because there was smoke in the cabin due to a technicality. And he's like, did you know that window planes don't roll down? That could have been solved. We could have just rolled down the windows and took off. Problem solved.
I hate that guy.
He
I'm
is
like,
an idiot. Okay, there are
have
so
you heard
many...
his whole stands on the whole alternative fuels and shit?
No.
He doesn't want them.
What?
He said if
Oh,
we
he
can drill,
said-
drill.
No,
Fuck the earth.
he
let's
also
drill.
made a comment. He also
My
made a comment
God.
about, well, you can't put a windmill on top of a car.
Yeah, he said that. Those are his words. He's worse than
I'm
Bush.
like,
Oh, my God.
There'll be a compilation of all this somewhere on YouTube very soon.
oh,
Yeah,
I
I hope so.
have the
'cause-
25 funniest tweets from the vice presidential debate and the presidential debate pulled
Dude,
up.
they songified it.
Did they really?
Yeah, dude, it's great. It was great. I watched it the
Wow.
other day.
So, I assume this is also on YouTube.
Yeah.
Alright.
Let me pull it up.
I'll tell you what, though, the good thing that comes out of this election year, there's just so much to make fun of.
I know.
You're
it's
right.
so great.
Well, see, here's the thing. Obama doesn't really have to do a lot of campaigning. He just sits back and lets
Let's
Romney...
Romney screw up everything. He's like, he's just sitting in the Oval Office going, oh, thank God. Thank you.
Right?
So,
Every time Romney puts out a commercial, he's like, that's another
His
vote
aides
for
come in
me.
and it's like, Mr. Obama, do you want to read Romney's latest? Nope, don't need to.
Nope.
I'm sure he fucked it up somehow.
I mean, I'm not an Obama fan, because, I don't know, I'm neither, like, Republican or Democrat.
Oh, dude, I don't follow politics. The only reason I follow politics this year is because it's so fucking dumb.
Right?
It's hilarious.
We thought GW was dumb? Oh my
Oh, no.
god.
I'm writing my
We didn't
own.
let Romney speak.
I'm writing my own name in. Chuck Herbert, President, 2012. I shouldn't do that.
You really shouldn't. Last person that did that got in trouble.
Look
I
at
am
that.
not a crook.
So, there you go. Bring some common sense to the fucking government for a change.
Right, so you guys know, I'm sure you guys know who Shmo Yoho is.
Nope.
They do all this Songify the News stuff. It's great. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, auto-tune the news?
Yeah, that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is VP Debate Highlights Songified, right? So, Biden is hilarious.
Their ideas are old, and their ideas are bad. Promise hope and change. Turn his campaign.
We might lose power.
We may lose
And
power.
I was like,
It's like, it might get really dark. It's storming to beat shit outside.
oh, is it actually storming now?
Is it raining?
Well, it's the winds.
Because
Oh.
if it's raining,
It's like
then
a
my
windstorm.
window's down.
It was sprinkling.
Oh, dude, it's
Oh.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
There
I'm-
is
I'm gonna
one
check
little
that out.
tidbit of entertainment news. The Walking Dead's back tonight. Thank
Yes,
God.
it is in
Right?
1 hour and 22 minutes.
The countdown has
Official
begun.
countdown.
No, 16 minutes. 1
Okay.
hour and 16 minutes.
1 hour, 16 minutes till The Walking Dead Season 3!
Pretty excited about
Although,
it.
I gotta tell you, this is going to be uploaded on Wednesday.
Yeah, so it'll...
So The
So-
Walking Dead came back Sunday.
Came back last Sunday, by the time you're reading this.
watching this.
Nice. Nice. It's from your... Yeah.
I had to share.
That's awesome. That's cool. So, yeah, you don't get to know what that was.
Oh, and another reason I just couldn't bring myself to vote Romney, apparently Lindsay Lohan supports Romney.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm like,
Dude, how much crack is she smoking now? Jesus Christ, Romney hates women.
Yeah.
I mean, not to the point, well, I don't know if he's gay or not, but I'm sure if he was, he would hide it. Because, that whole shame thing, because he doesn't think anybody should have freedom of thought.
I think it's about time we got an atheist president.
I think it's about time that nobody cares
Right?
what religion the president is. or
religion has
anybody
nothing
else.
to do with how he's going to...
Separation of church and state.
Yeah.
I mean, it should not matter. It should not. You shouldn't even be allowed to ask.
Right?
It shouldn't matter if the president's been divorced. Who freaking cares? Right? Dude could cheat on his wife 20 times. Does not mean that he's going to cheat on the country.
Right?
I mean,
He's not going to cheat on the U.S. with Jordan. It's
right?
not
I mean,
gonna
it's
happen.
not like he's going to be sneaking off with Bolivia to have a torrid affair. It's like, what the shit, dude?
I'm sorry, I admit it, I set up their health care plan. I'm so sorry.
Right? And we do, as a nation, need a better healthcare plan that does not result in a fine for not having insurance. That's bullshit. Dude, and I'll go ahead and
If
put
you
this
want
out here.
everybody to have insurance, make it affordable. Make it...
Right, exactly.
That
Put a
and-
price cap on that
That
shit.
and if you're getting denied for a previous health issue, it's not your fucking fault.
Exactly. Put a price. First of all, open up the enrollment. Everybody gets in, whether you can pay for it or not pay for it. If you can pay for it, then yes, pay for it. If you can't pay for it, because those of us who can't afford healthcare, can't afford insurance, and sure as shit can't afford this taxation for not having insurance. It's fucking retarded. You can't make something mandatory and then require somebody to pay for it when we're barely scraping by as it is.
You know that Washington State's getting ready to legalize marijuana?
A lot of states have.
No, like legalize.
Oh, not just decriminalize?
No, like sell it in shops.
California's got shops.
No, like not medical marijuana, recreational marijuana.
Oh, wow. Like full just legalization like
Yep.
alcohol.
In Washington State.
Are they going to they're probably going to tax the hell out of it.
Yeah, yep. Here, I'll pull it up. It's Bill 502, I think. I'll look it up. You guys keep talking.
The biggest issue with any state that legalizes or decriminalizes marijuana,
Initiative
it's
502.
still a violation of federal law, and the DEA can still come down on those people. Every shop, so far, every weed shop in California that gets opened up, or excuse me, not shop, dispensary, they get shut down by DEA eventually. Their license get pulled and they get shut down.
Okay. All right, here we go. This is the
Alright.
whole thing. Washington Initiative 502. Washington Initiative 502 on marijuana reform is an initiative to the Washington State Legislature scheduled to appear on the November 2012 general ballot. Originally submitted to the Washington Secretary of State during the summer of 2011, enough signatures were collected and submitted by December to meet the required 241,153 signatures, sending it to legislature. When the legislature adjourned without action in April, Initiative 502 automatically advanced to the November 2012 general ballot. If passed, it would define and distinguish marijuana from other parts of the cannabis plant, legalize small amounts of marijuana-related products for most adults, tax them, and designate the revenue for healthcare, substance abuse prevention, and education. Cannabis would still be classified as a Schedule I controlled substance under federal law and subject to federal prosecution under the doctrine of dual sovereignty. Possession by anyone younger than 21, possession of larger amounts, and the growing of unlicensed or unregulated marijuana would remain illegal under state law.
Right on.
Yes, that's the thing.
See, in California, you can get a card, a grower's card. You can get a license to grow. A guy I used to hang out with, he had relatives in California who were growers. They had farms, you know, because you get so many plants per license, and then you can purchase multiple licenses. So this guy had like 100 some odd plants. Yeah, and he was pulling down bushels every summer. I mean, it was crazy, the amount of pot that he was selling legally, because he would sell it to dispensaries. And he would sell it in bales. So it's like, yeah, dude was making crazy money.
Okay, so here.
Yeah, I mean, that overall that would help the economy.
Right, so here's the thing, right? So Part 1 identifies the goal of the initiative and authorizes the Washington State Liquor Control Board to regulate and tax marijuana for persons 21 years of age or older and add a new threshold for driving under the influence of marijuana. Unquote.
But how do you test for it?
Right? It doesn't say.
Yeah.
That's not what it says. It says Part 2 establishes various definitions, including one that distinguishes marijuana from hemp and other parts of the cannabis plant based on its THC content. Part
Right.
3 establishes a license system for marijuana producers, processors, and retailers. Initial licenses shall be $250 with an annual renewal fee of $1,000. Rules prohibit producers and processors from having any financial interest in retailers, much like the 3-tier system for hard liquor in control states. This section also makes it clear that selling or distributing unlicensed marijuana remains illegal, setting limits on the maximum amount one may possess. Adults 21 years or older may possess up to 1 ounce of usable marijuana, 16 ounces of marijuana-infused product in solid form, 72 ounces of marijuana-infused product in liquid form, or any combination of the three.
So you can get a basically a pot drink,
Yeah.
like wheat tea or something, or brownies.
Yeah. Or suckers or candy of any kind. Part
That
4.
would, I feel like that would taste like shit.
It still
Sorry,
does.
go ahead.
Part 4 establishes a dedicated marijuana fund for all revenue received by the Liquor Control Board and explicitly earmarks any surplus from this new revenue for healthcare, 55%, drug abuse treatment and education, 25%, with 1% of marijuana-related research, with 1% for marijuana-related research at University of Washington, Washington State University. Most of the remainder going to the State General Fund. A March 2012 analysis by the State Office of Financial Management established or estimated annual revenues above $560 million for the first full year, rising thereafter. February 2011 analysis of similar Washington House Bill 1550 estimated annual state and county law enforcement savings of approximately $22 million. OFM's final official analysis did not include law enforcement savings, but estimated 5-year revenues at approximately $1.9 billion from an assumed retail price of $12 per gram. And that's really high.
You're right. $12 per gram.
Proponents of
gram. Correct me if I'm wrong, but a gram of pot doesn't even cost that much, does it?
It's like $2.
Yeah, like it's like. So they're saving $12 per every $2 worth of pot.
Yeah, but all the money goes to, well, over half of it goes to healthcare.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Their healthcare system in that state is going to flourish because of this.
Yes.
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now all they need to do is the federal government needs to apply a price cap on healthcare.
Yes.
Doctors don't need to make $150 an hour.
Right. That's
You know?
ridiculous.
They should get tax breaks based upon what they have to pay in their student loans, because it costs like $250,000 for their education.
Oh, it actually tells you how it does it. Okay, that's in part 5 anyway. So I'm gonna finish this and then I'm done.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so proponents of I-502 have posted a pie chart showing annual dollar per purpose earmarks based on these projections. And there's a pie chart up here. This is all on Wikipedia. It's all there. Just type in Washington Initiative 502. It'll come right up. Okay, now part 5 on driving under the influence of marijuana sets a per se DUI limit of active blood THC levels at greater than or equal to 5 nanograms per milliliter. Some medical cannabis advocates are concerned that this will lead to DUI convictions from medicinal cannabis users who are driving with blood THC levels greater than or equal to 5 nanograms per milliliter. If a suspect's blood tests for more than 5 nanograms per milliliter under I-502, they will be guilty of DUI by definition as opposed to the current law, RCW 4661-502-1A.
Now it seems to
which
me
requires proof of impairment for a conviction.
Right. It seems to me that if a person is using, has a medical condition that's severe enough that they need to get marijuana, they probably shouldn't be driving anyway.
Yeah.
If nothing else, just because of that medical condition.
Have somebody else drive you.
Right?
Yeah.
Take a bus, take a cab. If you can afford pot, you can afford a cab.
Dude, the cops are in favor of this initiative.
Well, yeah, think about how much work that's going to save them.
Law enforcement against prohibition.
Yeah, I mean, all it does, every time they come out with a new law that bans something, that's just shit tons more work that has to be done and takes away from the more important shit. Like cocaine, heroin, crystal meth is a huge problem. That's shit that we don't need in our country. There's no good that can come out of any of those at all. All they do is destroy lives. Which, I'm all for freedom. If you want to destroy your fucking life, cool. Just don't take everybody else down with you. You know what I'm saying? Go live out in the fucking woods and don't have contact with people. Stay high for the remainder of your short-ass life and leave us all alone. Just my take on it.
No. That.
You thought he said your name too? I saw you look.
I said, did you know?
Oh, for a second it sounded like you said Janelle.
No, that state level decriminalization of non-medical cannabis has been proposed in Ohio.
It got proposed in Indiana, but it got shut
No, it
down.
didn't. No type of decriminalization of non-medical cannabis proposed in Indiana.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, well, I guess that was just a rumor. Rumors. Internet buzz.
Yeah, so I just wanted to share that. I saw that the other day, and I was like, I need to talk about that because that's an interesting thing.
Yeah.
Because that's a heavy topic on here anyway.
Yeah, yeah. We've had some pretty heated debates over that.
Yeah. I'm for it, but
I'm actually for the. I'm for it in a lot of aspects, but it's got to be regulated because you don't want people just driving around stoned.
we talked about this, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we had a huge debate over it.
Yeah.
Actually.
I don't remember. No. The regulation of it, like how it would be regulated.
Oh yeah.
We talked about that. I don't remember when we talked about it.
That was like episode 8.
No. No. We talked about it, just me and you.
Oh, not on a podcast? Oh.
I think it was... Oh, no, it was when we were driving. And the one we didn't air.
Yeah.
We had an episode we didn't air.
Yeah,
For a
and
good
it's,
reason.
Yeah. Two reasons. One, the sound quality was shit and you couldn't hardly understand any of it. Two, it was completely random and a lot of it made no sense. And then three was the embarrassing part because we were singing.
We will not tell you what we were singing. Ever.
So, you look exhausted. You look like your allergies are kicking in again. I'm sorry. It's the cats. And it's okay. You can be honest. I don't. So, on wrestling, because you are a wrestling expert. I feel like Stone Cold's going to make a comeback.
I sure hope so.
I sure
Shut up.
Don't care.
I wasn't going to say it. I thought about saying it and then didn't, so...
But see, we know. We can read your mind.
No, you can. What am I thinking right now?
Tuna fish.
Ooh.
No, that's what I was thinking about. I can project numbers to people's minds. Yes. Okay. Janelle, I'm sending you a number. Say the first number that comes to your mind.
42.
Yes. That's
Of
it.
course it's 42. It's always 42. The answer is
To
42.
the question of life and everything is 42.
How many roads must a man walk down?
42.
That's a fact.
So,
Ipso facto.
real quick,
Latin.
I have this pulled up. James Holmes, the
Yeah.
Colorado shoot.
Yeah.
He's
Not the porn star.
Yeah. Now he's facing up to 152 charges. They just added 14 more charges of attempted murder to his case.
How many people did he try to eat?
Eat? You mean
Kill.
shoot?
Shoot.
Wait,
You're
which one is
thinking
he?
He was
Oh,
the Dark
bang,
Knight
bang.
shooter.
Oh, that guy. Oh, I thought you were talking with the zombie who ate the guy's
No,
face.
no,
I'm like,
no.
what the fuck?
58
He's
people
dead
were-
anyway.
58
Sorry.
people were injured, 12 were killed. But yeah, he now faces 152 charges, which include murder and weapons offenses.
Well, he had a bunch of guns on him, so that's a charge
Yeah.
for each gun.
And somehow they're charging each murder as they're double charging him for each murder somehow. I'm not sure how that works,
That's legit.
but
Well, they could charge him for the assault with a deadly weapon, and then when they die, upgrade it to murder. It's not really double charge though. It's just
two
changing.
charges.
Yeah, you drop the assault and then pick up the murder.
I read that fact like 3 months ago, so I'm not real sure.
Huh. I'm curious to know what he gets out of that. I'm sure it's going to be life without parole.
Oh, no doubt. If I get double life.
Well, he may get life for each count.
What state is it?
Colorado.
Do they? I don't know if they have the death
Because,
penalty.
Colorado, I think they might still. think
because
they
I
still do
know,
Yeah.
one of the co-conspirators for the Oklahoma City bombing
Uh-huh.
got a double life sentence for each person who died. It's like 162 years or something like that.
Yeah. At that point, either kill them, either execute them, or just give them life without possibility of parole.
Oh, he's
Well, they
he's
don't.
getting
He
death.
doesn't. The Oklahoma conspirator doesn't have. He has life without possibility of parole.
Yeah. Well, the one guy,
Timothy McVeigh.
yeah,
He died here in Indiana. They
Yeah,
shipped
he-
him to Indy to kill him.
well, yeah, because our federal penitentiary
Yeah.
here in Terre Haute.
And
I watched the McVeigh document, the McVeigh tapes document last night.
Oh, okay. In Colorado, yes.
In Colorado, they have capital punishment is legal in the state of Colorado. It was last state to perform an execution in the pre-Furman period. It was 1967.
Oh, he's getting death.
Yeah. So, but since 1977, executed only one prisoner and may thus be considered de facto abolitionist since 11th of October 2007. But it says death penalty was reinstated January 1st, 1975, and capital crimes include first-degree murder with at least one of 17 aggravating factors, which are...
I'm pretty
Sure, he falls under that.
at least a few times. So they may stick him with a couple of needles.
Well, and just because
Give him triple dose.
The murder was... Alright, in... let's see, let me find Colorado. Here we go. In Colorado, this is one of 17. It's got to be one of these.
Right.
So the murder was especially heinous, atrocious, cruel, or depraved, or involved torture. The defendant knowingly created a grave risk of death for one or more persons in addition to the victim of the offense. The defendant killed the victim while laying in wait. The murder was committed for... What's that say?
Pecuniary.
I don't know what that means, but... Okay.
Monetary.
Okay, so for monetary gain or pursuant to an agreement that the defendant would receive something of value, the defendant caused... the defendant caused or directed another to commit murder, or the defendant procured the commission of the offense by payment, promise of payment, or anything of monetary value.
You can get death for that?
Yep.
Wow.
The murder was committed to avoid or prevent arrest, to effect an escape, or to conceal the commission of a crime. The defendant has been convicted of or committed a prior murder, a felony involving violence, or a serious felony. The capital offense was committed by a person who is incarcerated, has escaped, is on probation, is in jail, or is under a sentence of imprisonment. The victim was a government employee, including peace officers, police officers, federal agents, firefighters, judges, jurors, defense attorneys, and prosecutors in the course of his or her duties. Wow.
I think every state that has
harsh.
capital punishment has that.
That's harsh.
Well, okay. Generally speaking, police officers are held to a higher standard.
Mm-hmm.
So any crime that gets committed by a police officer, theoretically, is
Should-
charged
yeah.
as at a higher offense, and therefore your sentence is automatically the maximum. So in case of murder, yeah, it's automatically death penalty.
Here we go. Number 11, the murder was committed against a person held as a shield, as a hostage, or for ransom. The defendant used chemical, biological, radiological weapons, and or the person intentionally killed more than one person in one criminal episode.
There you go.
The victim was a pregnant woman, and the defendant intentionally killed the victim knowing she was pregnant.
He wouldn't have known she was pregnant.
she didn't die though, her baby did.
Yeah.
And her daughter and her husband.
Yeah, but he was blind firing, so he wouldn't
Yeah.
necessarily know that he hit a pregnant woman.
The defendant committed treason. The defendant's possession of the weapon was used to commit the Class 1 felony, constituted a felony offense under the laws of the state. The defendant's possession of the weapon.
So he had the weapon specifically to commit that
Yeah.
crime.
You know. The defendant intentionally killed more than one person in... Yep, that's it. That's the one. The defendant intentionally killed more than one person in more than one criminal episode.
Well, there's at least
No.
4 that you named off that
Yeah.
the crime.
So he definitely, he's going to
Well,
fit
and
that.
I think in this
152 charges.
I think
yeah.
in this
Or a hate
situation,
Yeah.
I think in this situation, I think they would do whatever it took to get him the death penalty, just because it is such a huge case,
Yeah.
and there'd be outrage if, they just let him sit in prison. I don't think the families would be satisfied with that.
Right.
It would be like the Columbine shooters. Well, one would get off anyway because he was only 17, but the other.
Well, he wouldn't get off.
Well, he would be. Well, I don't know.
He'd be charged as an adult.
Hell
But-
yeah, he would.
It'd
In
be
our
like
state.
them setting in jail.
Right. Yeah.
Ours is if you kill a kid. It's a thing.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Indiana's are the first one's the same. It's especially heinous, atrocious. The capital offense was committed during the commission of, attempt of, or
Yeah, that's
escape
the same
from it.
too.
Yeah, such as robbery, kidnapping, oral copulation. All right. The murder was committed from a motor vehicle or near a motor vehicle, like a drive-by. That's the thing. The murder was committed by intentionally discharging a firearm into an inhabited dwelling.
Yeah, again,
Shooting up,
drive-by,
yeah.
shooting into a house.
The
Lying
defendant
in wait.
lying in wait. The murder was committed by means of a bomb, destructive device, explosive. The defendant caused or directed another to commit murder, or the
Yeah.
defendant procured admission to defense. Yeah, that's
Or for money.
or for money. The victim of the murder was less than 12 years of age.
Okay.
Would he?
The victim of was a pregnant woman, and the murder resulted in intentional killing of a fetus that had attained viability.
Yeah, feticide.
Would Holmes technically follow under the lying in wait
No,
charge?
he just walked in.
Well, he was waiting for the movie to start.
Yeah, he stated that he specifically waited. I mean, he hid outside the building and waited for a specific moment.
Well, that's lying in wait.
Yeah. To me it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean,
that could be worded.
he knows they're going to walk in there and they really don't have any place to go.
See, what his attorney is going to do is go through that list and start figuring out ways to check off those. There's a couple, though. Nobody's
There's no way he's going to get out of.
No, he's
at
going to
least-
get the death.
yeah.
He got it in Arizona, no doubt, because this.
Jesus.
In Arizona, it's the defendant was an adult, and the murdered person was an unborn child in the womb at any stage of its development.
Oh, yeah, he would have got it just for that.
Oh, yeah.
And Arizona don't fuck around.
No, they get a long list.
Did I tell
some
you?
Some of these things, you know, it's just a very few. I mean, you have very few
Yeah.
criteria that can be met. Arizona, oh my god,
It's like 20.
they got a huge list.
But did I tell you, speaking of the Colorado case,
Oh damn, Tennessee does too.
the youngest victim, the little girl, she was like 9, her grandfather's house got broken into and they stole the pictures of her.
Yeah, stole the pictures
Yeah,
of the little girl.
That the grandfather took. He took her out for ice cream after her last day of school, and it was the last pictures he had of her alive. The thief stole them from his house.
Yeah. So
I'm
anybody,
like, you know what they're intending to do with those?
they're gonna publish them.
Yeah, they're going to try to resell them.
Yeah. Anybody, and granted, we only got 40 people that ever watch this.
Yeah.
Anybody, huh?
Texas only has 10.
Really?
Yeah, but they have the express lane.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
If you have more than 10 witnesses who see you commit a murder, you don't get any appeals.
No. Right, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm going to just put this out to all the people of the internet and all the world. Spread the word. Anybody tries to sell those pictures, turn them into the cops. Do not buy those pictures because that is bullshit. And everybody will agree with
That's
me.
just like the lowest of the low.
Right?
I mean,
That you don't get lower than that.
yeah. Because, I mean, not only has...
I mean, as far as thieves go.
Yeah. But, I mean, you can't say, oh, I didn't know who it was. Because especially in Colorado...
Yeah, in Colorado, damn bet you they should know who the hell it is.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
And who's just going to randomly take a personal photo?
Yeah, right?
Like, they didn't take his wedding photo or a
Yeah.
photo album. They took her photo.
Yeah, they targeted that item specifically. What are we looking at? What time?
It's 8:10. I'm
8:10.
trying to figure out whether or not
What time
they're-
we start?
After
Oh.
7.
After 7.
It was
Yeah.
like 7:40.
So we're shy of
something.
an hour.
Yeah, something like that.
Alright.
I think they're pursuing the death penalty.
Well, yeah. I would imagine.
She's considering it. They haven't done it yet.
No.
But Colorado public defenders are the best death penalty lawyers in the United States.
Something tells me they'd almost have to be.
Right?
But, again, they're going to go through that list and they're going to try and check them off.
Yeah.
To try and, disqualify that guy for death penalty.
Oh,
But
definitely.
there's
Well, what
a couple
pisses
of them
me
that
off-
they can't.
What pisses me off is he's trying to use the insanity plea. I'm like, no, it was pre-planned. You didn't have...
It was premeditated.
No, okay, here's another thing.
It wasn't a
Spontaneous.
off the...
Yeah.
He booby trapped his apartment.
Exactly!
Yeah.
He bought the guns weeks in advance.
Right.
He was in his right mind when he did it.
And, you cannot...
Right mind.
Yeah.
No, not. Yeah. You cannot be crazy enough, like if insanity is your reason, you cannot be crazy enough to go kill a bunch of people and then yet be coherent enough to do all that planning.
Yeah.
That's why
Well, and
insanity pleas.
He
it's an
tried to
affirmative
play it
defense.
up. The next day he was asking the guards why he was there and how the movie ended.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if I was a guard, I'm like, you're really that sick and twisted that you're gonna sit here and act like you weren't conscious of what you were doing.
On a side note, you mentioned, the insanity plea, and people really think that if somebody pleads insanity, then they get off scot-free.
No, they go to a mental asylum.
Have you ever seen the inside of an asylum?
I don't want to.
I've
heard
go
stories, and
yeah.
I'm like, it's an insane asylum. You don't want to end up there.
Right. So, and some of these defendants who plead insanity, that's what they think. They think they're going to get off scot-free. They don't take into consideration, first of all, I'd rather go to prison than a freaking mental institution. And secondly...
Well, and then you're going to go someplace
Actually, I'd rather die.
Well, and if you plead insanity in a case like that, you're going to get stuck with the criminally insane.
Yeah.
Not just your run-of-the-mill talking to walls, I see fluffy bunnies talking to me. No!
No, you're going to get locked in a room like Hannibal frickin' Lecter, and you're never going to see daylight again.
These are the worst, sickest people in the country, and you're going to have to live with them 24/7.
And think about it. Our state shut down most mental hospitals. There are no more, like extended stay mental hospitals.
Yeah, it's like 24-hour...
Right. You can get 72-hour holds, things
Yeah.
like that. You can actually spend up to like 3 weeks, but that's still considered short term. But they did not shut down the criminally insane asylums, and those, oh my God, prison is so much nicer.
Okay, at
Prison's fucking cakewalk anymore.
down in Anderson, they took us for a tour, and they have a holding cell for people waiting to be transferred
Yeah.
who are criminally insane, and we had to walk by, and it was all about this wide to get to the other part of the jail. Oh my freaking God. Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I had nightmares for weeks.
Oh, I don't doubt that. Down in Indy, there's still a hospital, and it's an asylum for the criminally insane, and I've heard such horror stories about that fucking place. Like, as driving up to it, you can hear the screams. I mean, it's like, holy fucking shit. It's out in the middle of freaking nowhere. Nothing is around for miles, and can't be. They have, of course, this is all conjecture and rumor, but as I understand it, the guards that they have posted on top of the building, anybody seen on the grounds is shot and killed. Going in or out. There's a section, because there's like 4 fences, and they're like 20-foot tall fence, razor wire, the whole nine, but in between one of the spaces in between the fences, I don't know where it's at, could be in the center, there's landmines. So if you do get through there, and you get to that section, you're dead. I mean, there's claymores surrounding the entire perimeter of the building. You're not getting out. There's no way. The building is only 1 story above ground, but it's like 10 stories below ground. And the worst ones go to the bottom. and as I understand it, they call it hell.
Believe it.
So, yeah. But, yeah, so, again, just because somebody pleads insanity does not mean they're going to get off scot-free. They're not just going to be released. They're going to go to hell. So, but anyway, that's my little diatribe on that. What else you got?
I'm out. I'm out of shit to talk about.
You're out of shit? You got anything? You got anything else? What you got?
Oh, well, since we are talking about insanity, and I watched this movie last night called We Need to Talk About Kevin.
Okay.
Heard great things about it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's an independent film from the BBC.
Okay.
So you know it's awesome.
Well, actually, that's not. Like, I kind of skimmed through it. But it's about this kid, Kevin, who is... You can tell that from day one. Like,
Yeah.
he's 9 years old and still crapping his pants to spite his mother. he.
That doesn't sound like insane. That just sounds like I hate my mother.
Oh, and it gets worse.
That in and of itself is kind of insane.
He stuffs his sister's gerbil down the food disposal.
At least he didn't stuff his sister's gerbil up his sister's ass.
Well, he
That would be worse.
he blinds his sister in one eye using drain cleaner.
Okay, that's
And
pretty
then
good.
at the end of the movie, because it kind of jumps from before this event to during this event and then after an event,
Mhm.
which you kind of figure out what he's doing. He's really good at archery. He takes his bow and arrow to school and locks his classmates in the school and hunts them down like deer. And he kills his dad and his little sister.
It's just homicidal,
Wow.
I was like...
Yeah.
sociopathic.
And then he just walks out because the fire department cuts the locks off, and he just walks out and was like, "Hey guys, what's up?" I'm like,
There was,
like
that actually reminds
God.
me of something that happened. Can't remember what it was. California?
It's just there's a moment in the movie where like the locks show up to his house, and at this point you figured out,
Mm-hmm.
okay, something happens at school. You think he's like a traditional school shooter, but my thought as he's pulling these locks out, I'm like, oh my god, he locks them in. And
No survivors.
And
That's
to
insane.
me, it was worse since they had him use a bow and arrow. Like, he was literally
Yeah.
hunting them. I'm like, who writes this stuff?
Yeah.
But then, of course, you have cases like Columbine, and
Right.
I'm like, okay, it's not that far off from the truth.
Yeah. That's just one step up.
Yeah, because at
And
Columbine, they did
crazy level.
chain some of the doors shut.
Oh, did they?
Hmm
Yeah. I didn't know that.
I think they chained the main entrance shut.
But as far as walking out, like when emergency services comes in, there was a bank robbery, and like the bank robbers, they go in, they take everybody in the bank hostage, they bar the doors, they covered the windows so you couldn't see in, they separated all the hostages, and then released them, like one at a time or something like that, and then apparently. Or would release them in groups or something like that. And like nobody really knew each other, because do you know the people that's standing next to you in the line at the bank? Well, apparently some of the hostages that were released were actually the bank robbers, and they just kind of blended in with the crowd.
Well, they did that on
There's a
this
movie.
season of Criminal Minds, the season finale.
Yeah.
They had one of the bank robbers pose as an ex-Marine. And, spoilers for anybody who watches Criminal Minds, turn it off now. They shoot JJ's husband, and,
Oh yeah, because
they shoot one of the, hostages, and JJ's husband's already in the bank. And the guy says, "I'm an ex-Marine, I can help. And then he walks on out.
Right. There was a movie with Bill Murray, Randy Quaid, and Gina Davis. Quick Change. They do that. They go in to rob a bank, and they put all the hostages like in the vault and lock them up, and then release themselves as hostages. Yeah, I was like, that's interesting. But then, but yeah. I think that was set in New York. But that was like in the 80s, so that was years before. Maybe that's where these guys got the idea. But they would release groups, like small groups, like 3 or 4. And then, in like every other group or something like that, then there would be 1 or 2 of the actual bank robbers with money taped to them. They got it. One guy got caught, I think. The last guy.
Oh yeah.
I think he got caught.
Well, yeah. So was the last guy. Gotta have a fall guy.
Yeah. But, yeah, I wouldn't want to be the last guy out.
The first guy out.
No. Well, I don't know if I'd want to. I want to be somewhere in the middle, blending in.
I wouldn't want to be the first guy, because I want to know it works.
Right, exactly.
I'm like, okay, I'll go out now.
Yeah.
And never be the last guy.
No.
Because
But I know
those cops walk
something
into the
happens
bank
and-
and they go,
Yeah, see, something happened and they caught on to it, and then the last guy got busted, but then he never ratted on his buddies. So they got away.
Yeah.
But all that money that they got, it's all tracked.
Oh yeah.
They track all serial numbers of all money that comes in or out of banks. So there you go. All right, so we're gonna kill this one.
Yep.
So peace, live long and prosper.
Prosper.
Be excellent to each other.
Party
I want to
on,
watch that movie
dude!
so bad.
Love that movie.
We watched it.
Both of them. We watched both
Last
of them.
week,
Yeah, last week. So, haha.
A-holes.
You don't know what we're talking about? We are talking about Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Have you not seen it? Oh my God, you've got to see it.
It's really good.
It's
Yeah.
so great.
We're with you, Mr. the Kid. All right, so we out. Peace.
Bye.